have great taste, especially with your radio choice. Thank you for spending a little time with Gary and Bristol on Kiss Country 93.7.
And Scotty McCreery, Cab in a Solo. We're Kiss Country 93.7, Gary and Bristol. 73 now, mentioned a minute ago. Marginal risk of severe weather today. Mm-hmm. And, I got to looking at the long-term forecast. I don't remember what day next week, but it looks like, every day there's a chance of scattered thunderstorms.
Shh, don't say that.
Okay.
We don't need that.
I have never gotten to sit in first class on a plane.
Really?
I've never been in first class.
The only time I've gotten to fly first class was when I was applying for a job. I was going to work for Yahoo and in LA. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you, first class is worth it.
Really?
They flew me out first class. They flew me home coach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that happens.
I took the job in Shreveport.
Yeah, that happens. Well, apparently, in economy, where the rest of us non-first classers have to sit, looks like they are starting to phase out the reclining seats on the airplane. And
I'm okay with that.
I think it's really a big deal because I want to say that the old seats reclined. I'm almost 4 inches.
If that.
Yeah.
That's being generous.
They say that there's multiple reasons they're doing this. The main reason, seats that don't recline are lighter. That keeps fuel costs down, and they don't need mechanical parts. That means less maintenance. Reclining seats also spark a lot of issues with passengers and flight attendants.
Oh, yeah.
Including spilled drinks, damaged electronics. They say this could be a blessing in disguise.
Sir, put your seat up. Sir, put your seat up.
Movement's already started. They say that budget airlines have planes with upright, pre-reclined seats. Newer planes have reduced the average recline from the old standard of 4 inches to just 2. See, I said 4.
That's what I said, and I thought that was generous, yeah.
They say even if this does end up happening, there are no immediate plans to remove all the reclining seats that are on existing planes.
And I just thought about it a little bit. Honestly, in first class, because I have flown it a couple of times since the end of the pandemic. The only difference is you have a little more room and they offer you drinks a little bit more often. That's really it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's worth it.
I don't think that they're going to take those reclining seats away. Morgan Wallen, more than my hometown. Kiss Country 93.7, Gary Bristol. Speaking of your hometown, City of Shreveport looking for local artists to be part of redesigning the 3 water towers, the main water towers in Shreveport.
I love that because you look at the ones in Bossier, then you look at the ones in Shreveport, and you're like, wow.
I still got a bone to pick with whoever put the one out on I-220 near Louisiana Downs. The one in South Bossier, they get this really, really, really nice writing on the side, and the one in...
And we get gas station letters.
We get gas station letters on the side of that one. And now
one's already fallen.
The O is gone. Or one of the S's, I can't remember. It's like, come on.
Well, I was driving back into town from Texas Sunday night, and I saw that one Shreveport water tower on the side of 20 when you're heading east.
Yeah.
It is just covered in rust, and, it does have the City of Shreveport logo on it. But could you imagine how pretty that is in the Shreveport colors with the royal blue and the yellow? I think that would look so pretty.
Apparently, the city's been given a grant to get these done, and they say that artists who live in Shreveport or are from Shreveport have been invited to submit proposed concepts to spruce up the storage tanks, St. Vincent, West Shreveport, Linwood. They say that the city is also rehabbing the towers, all of which are very old.
Yeah.
Artists encouraged to submit the proposals that send a positive message about the city. Artist doesn't have to paint the tower, though. Only design it. Deadline, if you'd like to get in on this, if you want to submit your idea, April 30th.
You know what else I've seen pop up around town that I really like? The We Love Shreveport and the We Love Bossier signs.
Yeah. That
gets me right here.
If you were, putting a positive message about Shreveport on a water tower, think about what your message would be. We save electricity at night by not turning the lights on Cross Lake Bridge? Is that it?
Almost as important as your morning coffee. It's Gary and Bristol, only on Kiss Country 93.7.
Burn it down. That is Parker McCullum, Kiss Country 93.7, Gary and Bristol. Okay, as a kid, most of us were little pranksters when we had the opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
Some kids would play the prank where you would order the pizza and then have it delivered to somebody's house. I want to say in Louisiana, that is now against the law.
I want to say it is, too. But see, I was always scared of that. I figured we'd get caught.
Well, there is a guy now who has been pranked to the extreme. He's in Canada, Justin Rybicki, being harassed by endless pizza deliveries. Happening over the last 6 months, he can't get it to stop. At first, they were coming from a place called Pizza 73. Orders not only using his address, but also his email and his phone number.
Oh, wow.
Apparently, they're not being charged to his card, but the delivery drivers do get upset when he says, I didn't make the order, and tells them to send the pizzas back. He reported the pizza deliveries to the police from the start. He was kind of spooked from the scammer and how this person was getting all of his personal information, which would freak me out.
Oh, it just sounds like an ex-girlfriend's ticked off.
He thought somehow he'd been hacked, so police told him to change his number. He did. That didn't stop the deliveries. They didn't just go to his home. They also started showing up at his work. He called Pizza 73, told them, do not accept any more orders under my name. So the scammer switches over to Domino's. Scammer also using technology to manipulate the phone number to make it look like that Justin is the one who's making the call.
Oh, my gosh.
Justin says he doesn't have any idea who would do this. He says it can't be a disgruntled ex because he's never dated anyone. He adds, either someone hates these pizza places or they're getting revenge on me or something. I have no clue. Sounds like they have been around a dozen orders or so over the past 6 months involving more than $1,000 worth of pizza. Justin says he hopes it didn't go into waste and that they're still giving it to people in need. Police are investigating, and since Justin doesn't know why or how he's being targeted, he's ramping up the security on his computer. You know, Justin, hang on just a sec, dude. These pizzas are coming to your house in your name. They didn't go on your card. You didn't pay for them. Chow down, buddy. Hey, joke's on you. I got pepperoni on my face. Thank you.
My number one station.
Number one, Gary and Bristol. Another reason we're number one. Kiss Country 90.
Chicken fried. Zach Brown Band, Shreveport Bossier's number one for new country. It's Kiss Country 93.7, Gary and Bristol. Today is National Get to Know Your Customers Day. Did you know that?
Ooh.
What I know about our customers, they like free tickets to Hank Williams Jr.
And they're country fans, too.
Yeah,
Yes,
buddy.
Absolutely. We got you a pair to go see Hank Saturday night if you can answer our ticket trivia question. But first, yesterday's question. If you missed the answer, here it is. This is the most purchased item in the produce department of grocery stores. What is it? We found that one out really quick. Bananas.
Bananas. Today's question, and this kind of grosses me out. 1 of every 10 couples say they actually share this personal hygiene product. What? 1 of every 10 couples say they actually share this personal hygiene product. They share it. What is it? 725-5477, 725-KISS.
They've tested positive, but not in a good way.
Careful. These two have proven to be highly contagious. It's Gary and Bristol on Kiss Country 93.7.
Boondocks. We are Kiss Country 93.7, Gary and Bristol. Boondocks, that's like just before you get to my house or your house.
Absolutely.
You go
were
through
so
the boondocks and then,
Then you arrive.
then you turn off the paved road and watch that big mud hole there.
Hey.
Bristol's lawnmower is in it right now. And
I will have you know that I got it unstuck with my 78-year-old mother yesterday.
Ah.
And we looked at each other and they were like, you know what? You put two smart women's heads together, we can get her done.
don't need a man, huh?
That's right.
Okay, this week is a special treat for us because not only do we get to meet this week's recipient of the Kiss Country Caught in the Act Award, we get to meet somebody who is doing some amazing work in the Shreveport Bossier community. Mm-hmm. And, we get this regularly, but on occasion, we find out that the person is involved with our furry friends. Yes. And that's when it really, really, really gets emotional for you and my wife and anybody involved in that.
And you.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and see if we can get her on the phone right now. Jennifer Wilson White.
Hello, this is Jen.
Hey, Jen, it's Gary in Bristol from Kiss Country 93.7. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
We're alive and well. We're wishing that we were as cool as you are.
No doubt. You've been moving and shaking, sis.
Yeah, I've been busy.
You have been busy. You know, it's kind of interesting. I found out about you when you opened up your clinic, and I got to tell you, we've been needing that.
Yeah, that's the feeling that we got when we announced that we were opening, and a lot of people were excited about it.
Absolutely. Well, it's good to have somebody who's available 24/7. But the reason why we're calling is we got a letter from someone you know, Shauna Porterfield.
Yes.
She wrote a letter, and we were hoping that you'd have a moment for us to read this to you.
Of course.
She says, I've been Facebook friends with Jennifer for 5 years, but we've never met in person. She's always been there for me during pet emergencies as she works for an emergency clinic. Unfortunately, I got to meet Jennifer in person for the first time, and the emergency was my daughter's dog, Sweet Layla. I messaged Jennifer, and she said, come on, I got you. Upon arrival, she met with me and a team and wheeled my pet away, which I knew was sick but not critical. Within 5 minutes, Dr. Monceau and Jennifer described the severity of our situation to me. They sprung into action so she could be stabilized, and why I went home knowing she'd be ready to pick up in the morning as she was no longer critical. However, things went downhill quickly, and for the best interest of my pup, she needed to be relieved of her pain immediately, as all neurological signs were gone. Jennifer asked me if I wanted to be there, but I could not delay the process and keep her in pain a moment more. So I told Jennifer that my pup's peace was more important. Jennifer replied, okay, I'm going to hold her, hug her, kiss her, and let her know how much you love her, and I will not let her pass alone. The compassion, love, professionalism, and kindness that Jennifer and the staff at Valor 24/7 Animal Hospital showed during such a difficult time will forever be in my heart. Jennifer is the hardest working, most unselfish person I know. The suicide rate in the veterinarian community is unreal, and this is why. It's hard. And that is why you are this week's Kiss Country Caught in the Act Award recipient, Jennifer.
Oh, my goodness. It's so emotional because I don't even know what to say. That's what we do. That's our job. That's just that's what we're here for. And to feel that appreciation means so much.
Well, I'm going to tell you, not only do we appreciate what you're doing and hope to make others aware of what's available there, we also want to give you a $100 gift certificate to go have a great meal at Silver Star.
Awesome. That's so exciting. Thank you guys so much.
Well, thank you for being you, kid.
No doubt. I mean, it's one thing to take care of your family member during, a tough time. It's another to expect them to be there during the most important time.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you guys so much.
So, Jen, was this something that you dreamed of when you were a little kid? I mean, you always wanted to do this, or was this like, well, this MD thing isn't going to work out. Let's try it with pets.
Well, I actually wanted to be a veterinarian, and that didn't work out. But I feel like as a technician, I get a whole lot more hands-on. I've always been a helper, so being able to be a voice for those that can't speak for themselves is just right up my alley.
That's awesome. And I tell you what, the love that we have for our pets is as great as we have for any human.
Oh, sometimes more.
Yeah.
Well, they tend not to let you down as often, right?
That's the truth.
I mean, the worst they're going to do is pee on your floor. Okay, I got that.
That one's an easy fix.
Right.
Do you know someone who makes the world a better place? Someone always willing to lend a helping hand or volunteer when they're needed.
You know, they're just so helpful. Really appreciate all that they do.
We need to know about that person so we can crown them with Kiss Country's Caught in the Act Award.
Just really dependable and like a ray of sunshine when they come in the room.
Gary and Bristol recognize a new person each week and give that person a $100 gift certificate from Silver Star Smokehouse.
How sweet is that?
Take a second to nominate someone special that you know at mykisscountry937.com or in your Kiss Country app.
Cody Johnson and the Painter. Kiss Country 93.7, Gary and Bristol. Thank you for letting us go to work with you. Marginal risk of severe weather today. That's what the Weather Channel says. But it looks to me like most of that is in that I-30, north of the I-30 corridor.
You sound so official.
Feel official. You know, I'm pointing to the weather map over here.
I know, I can see it.
We're talking, like north of the Texarkana area. But fact remains, it still could get nasty around here. Mm-hmm. And they say that, once this is over with, we could start seeing some more rain as a cold front comes through. See, did you notice that doing the little hand signal?
It's like you got the little clicker.
Little cold fruit. Yeah.
Maybe that's what you should do.
Yes.
You should be a meteorologist.
Yeah.
You're good at this.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if I'm alone on this one, but I think not. I cannot stand to be talking to somebody and all I see is their forehead because they're face down looking at their phone or their computer or something along those lines. And apparently it's gotten so bad in Italy, there's a restaurant there that has put a bounty if you'll put the phone down. They say that this new restaurant says if you will give them your phone, they will give you a free bottle of wine to enjoy with your meal. They put it in a box, your phone, even locked up with a key. They give you the key, and you do that for a free bottle of wine. It's in Verona. It's called Al Condominio. They said they want to, yeah.
Could you imagine what Gary would be like if he traveled to Italy?
Al Condominio. Though that's what it says, condominio.
Okay.
They said they wanted to try something new. They thought it would be a fun way to encourage diners to be more present with their companions. Giving up your phone is optional, but with a generous perk like a bottle of wine, they say the response has been very positive. Most diners taking them up on the offer.
Is it, though? I mean, is it? You're already in Italy. They make a lot of wine there. Maybe that's just the excess.
What would it take to get normal people to put down their phone?
I mean, here I am, a woman going, yeah, a bottle of wine's not enough for that. What's wrong with me?
Y'all better kick in some Amazon bonus bucks or something.
Making that ride to work fun. Come on now, Junior, take a wild ride. It's Gary and Bristol on Kiss Country 93.
It's Thomas Rhett, Unforgettable. Kiss Country 93.7, Gary and Bristol. Well, he's evidently gotten the whole town of Shreveport turned on its ear right now because about 4 o'clock this afternoon, 50 Cent, I thought the first time I saw his name was 2 quarters. But 50 Cent has, what's it called? Something
G-Unit?
G-Unit. G-Unit Studios. He's got that now. And at 4 o'clock this afternoon, seems like the whole town of Shreveport, all the administrators, the mayor, everybody, turned on their ear. And they're going to be closing a number of streets for 50 Cent's security.
Yeah, you got to say that right. 50
Cent. My buddy Bud Christian put on Facebook, I think I'm going to change my name to $150. He said, I didn't realize that people go this nuts over 50 cents. I'll be $150.
It's crazy, but people really are going nuts, and they're going to start closing, roads as early as this morning, which I find kind of crazy. 10 a.m., they are going to close it at Travis, 500 Travis, starting at 2, quite a few of the different streets. There's really too many to go through right now. They are going to be doing more. But basically, think about those streets around Government Plaza and downtown Shreveport, because that's where the press conference is going to be.
If you're planning to be in downtown, you've got something to do at the courthouse or anything along those lines, just know there is going to be some issues today. So check the website or the Kiss Country app and get, the official information on that. And welcome to town 2 quarters.
Oh.
50 G unit.
Like 20 years too late.
Hey. New country from Tyler Hubbard back then, right now. Kiss Country 93.7.
Ready for some moolah? I got cash. Yeah. Here's this hour's Kiss Cash Cow Code.
You got a little leftover room in your wallet. We got up to $30,000 you can shove in there. First Kiss Cash Cow Code of the day. 600. 600. Put that in your Kiss Country app. Could win you up to $30,000 from POE Federal Credit Union. Next code coming up about 9:20. Kiss Country 93.7.
They are to radio what Southern made is to donuts. It's Gary and Bristol on Kiss Country 93.
New country from Dylan Carmichael has drinking problems. Kiss Country 93.7. It's Gary and Bristol, and I think we shine a little brighter this morning because we got to hang out with Jennifer Wilson White a little earlier when we told her she gets this week's Kiss Country Caught in the Act award. I'm going to tell you right now, I just feel like an amazing lady lives among us.
Yeah, it's just people who take care of our pets for us, even in those final hours. My gosh, my heart. It's full.
You have got to see the nomination letter that we got about her. And then we actually called her this morning to let her know. I think she was pretty excited, too, about the fact that she gets a $100 gift card from Silver Star. I've never yet, and I mention this all the time, but I've never yet had for us to mention to somebody, hey, you got $100 from Silver Star. And they go,
oh, no, I hate Silver Star. I don't want to go there.
Do I have to come all the way there and pick it up?
You are so right.
Hey, listen, check out that story on the Kiss Country app or at mykisscountry937.com. And while you're looking at that one, you're going to see a little button in there that says, hey, if you know somebody else worthy of this award, click here. Do that for us.
Amen. Get that nomination in. You can also do that with the Kiss Country app.
Spending a morning without Gary and Bristol is like having a birthday without cake. Today's not the day for that. Kiss Country 93.7.